Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about the winter to spring skin reset. Have you noticed it? That strange, uncomfortable shift in your skin over the last few weeks? One day it's bone dry and cracking, and the next day it's red, inflamed, or feeling congested. And if you're struggling with dry, itchy skin right now, you are not alone. We are currently navigating a critical seasonal shift in the world of Ayurveda. We call this sandwich season. We are moving out of the cold, dry Vata months, transitioning through that heavy, damp kapha of early spring and staring down at the approaching heat of the Pitta season. So, what I'm trying to say here is Vata, winter, kapha, spring, and Pitta, summer, simplistically. So, this transition is the most vulnerable time for your skin. It's when inflammation spikes, and if left unaddressed, it's when accelerated aging truly takes hold. Today, I'm going to explain why your skin is reacting this way through the lens of ancient Ayurvedic wisdom and specifically how to handle the kushta or skin disorders that tend to flare up during this reset. It's important to understand the doshas in transition. And to fix the skin, we also have to understand the environment, both inside and outside. Right now, we are dealing with Vata's peak dryness, meeting Kapha stagnation. Vata is air and space, it's cold and drying, it's what causes the tight feeling and the micro cracking your skin, in your skin barrier. And Kapha is earth and water. As that snow melts and the world dampens, kapha becomes heavy. In your body, this translates to sluggishness and ama or toxins, which are beginning to move. And pitta is fire, even though it's not summer yet. That heat is starting to build underneath the surface, looking for a way out. And when these three collide during a seasonal reset, your skin doesn't know whether to produce oil or flake off or inflame. And that is why your standard moisturizer suddenly stops working. So if I want to get specific here, many of you are seeing flares of eczema, known as in Ayurveda as vicharchika. Think of eczema as an overflow. It's what happens when pitta, that internal heat, breaks through a skin barrier that has been weakened by vata, dryness. So now the cause, toxins or amam, which are accumulating in the blood or the rakta dhatu. And the result is that intense redness, burning sensation, and that unbearable itch. If your skin feels hot to the touch or looks angry and red, that is pitta screaming for a cooling release. But you just can't throw cold water on it. You have to address the ama or the internal toxins that are fueling the fire from the blood level. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have psoriasis or kitiva. This is a more complex, deeper rooted issue which involves vata and kapha. So while eczema is a fire issue, psoriasis is more of a structural problem affecting the mamsa dhatu, the deeper muscle and skin layers. Here we see a very specific collision. Vata's extreme dryness. This causes that characteristic scaling and cracking. It's that effect on the skin. While kapha stagnation is also the culprit behind the thickening of the skin, which creates those heavy silver scales, the plaques that feel like armor. If you have plaques that are resistant to your standard moisturizers, it's because of that kapha stagnation, which is preventing the moisture from actually penetrating the tissue. And you're not actually dry, you're actually blocked. So, how do we fix this seasonal sandwich? We have to address all three doshas in a very specific manner. Step one, clear the stagnation, cough. Before you hydrate, you must move the fluid. Warm, not hot self massage or gentle dry brushing will help move the lymph and break up that cough, which is heavy and causing that scale or creating those scales. Then let's calm the fire or pitta. Look for cooling, blood purifying herbs like neem, manjista, aloe, and all of these are going to be your best friends right now. They help clear the ama from the blood level, and pitta has nowhere to go and burn. So, step three would be to seal the barrier or vata. Finally, we address that vata dryness, but instead of using heavy synthetic creams, I would say let's use oils that match our skin sebum, like jojoba or medicated ghee. This just doesn't sit on the top; it penetrates the mamsa tissue. We were talking about it earlier, and your skin is a mirror. It's reflecting the transition of the earth right back at you. So when you feel that itch or see that redness, don't just see it as a nuisance, see it as a signal. Your body is asking you to transition your diet, your routine, and your skincare to match the rising sun and the changing wind. If you ignore these signals during this vata to kapha to pitta window, that's when inflammation leads to long term damage and accelerated aging. I would say listen to your skin, cool the heat, move the stagnation, and hydrate the dryness. If you want a deeper breakdown of these specific Ayurvedic herbs I mentioned today, or if you want a custom routine for your specific dosha type, please leave a comment below or click on the link in my bio. And I would love it if you could subscribe to our channel, uh, and where we regularly post new things. I'll see you in the next video.